Hey, how's it going? I wanted to make on this video that things don't happen overnight. It takes time when you're quitting to have things kind of evolve into to be in place. And today has been like 2 weeks or 2 months in a week of not quitting of drinking, not drinking. I think. No, not even 2 months. um, but I'm getting there. And the other day I was thinking about drinking. I was thinking about taking kratom. Today, my friend is again. All my friends all kind of do something. It seems like, and so I realized, actually I'm not doing too bad with my daily kind of routines of things. So last week I made about the money I wanted to make for the week, and then this week here's what I always do. Well, this week I got everything. I'm ready to like I'm ready to go. It's 12 in the in the afternoon. I can go out and work 12 hours today. I have like food completely ready to go. I have like all my clothes washed. My house is pretty clean. I'm gonna take tomorrow off, and I got everything pretty much ready to where I can make money, and then I can like do other things I want to do. And it just kind of dawned on me today, like right now, I'm like, man, I'm more ready today than I have been for a long time. Like, I'm just like this whole week, I feel like I could just, go work the whole week and make easily make the money I wanted to make, and then have time to do stuff. So one thing I always like saying is like, see, I always make all this food and I freeze it, and I make these like smoothies. I make food for and freeze it, and so I make like a lot of like I'll make like 5 pounds of mashed potatoes, and then I make all this food, and it's like, and I put it in like containers, and so that I can spend 150 a week on food, and I don't have to go out to eat, and I'm not gonna end up spending like 200, which before taxes is like $300. So that's part of what I do to like to the so kind of what I'm kind of getting at is like, say that you just quit and you have like expectations of things you want. You're like, okay, I just quit drinking. Why won't my life just come together? Why can't I just all of a sudden work the hours I need to, make the money I need to make, get in shape like I need to, and be be positive, get enough sleep every night? How come none of that is just happening tomorrow? And that's kind of like, it's not really, like I always have said from the beginning of my videos, but I'll say it again, is like life isn't really like, for me, life is a little bit different. Like life isn't like if it's a like if like say right here is eating right, and right here is sleeping right, and these are okay, eating right and sleeping right. So say I want to sleep right, all of a sudden I sleep right, but my eating goes down. And then say I eat right, but like for some reason my sleeping goes down. Or say this is the money I want to spend every week, and this right here is the money, is is having food and everything and all my bills paid. So all of a sudden I don't have the money I need that week, but I have my bills paid. So what I'm saying is, you got a lot of different things. You have like the food you want to eat, you have health, you have like your bills, you have the money you want to make, you have like visiting people and having the time you want to have. And when you do like visiting people, you don't want to unprioritize that, where it's so drastic that all your other things are down. You want to kind of raise everything up gradually at the same time. And I'm not just saying that everybody needs to do that, or you need to, but I'm saying that that way is the most effective for me, because when I'm getting down on myself because I visited all these people and everything was totally good here, but I kind of get out of control, then my money goes down. Then the next week I'm like, I gotta make up for it, and then I do drastic. It's kind of like you overcorrect in a car when you wreck. So I'm kind of saying, it's all possible, but you gotta like you. The one thing I think when I was younger, like I never limited what I was gonna do. Like if I was hanging out with friends, I'd say let's make a movie too, let's do all of this stuff too, and we would sometimes do stuff. And most of my friends would be like, I gotta go to bed, I gotta go to school. That's cool what you're doing, but I got things I gotta do. I can't just have my life completely involved in this one event. And I understand that some of my friends would just hang out and make music, play music all night, and we'd get drunk, whatever. And and then at the same time, like I've had jobs where all I do is work for like 5 months in a row, 12 hours every day, like maybe 16 hours every day. When I'm getting ready and going to bed, yeah, everything is dedicated toward work. And I'm kind of saying, if you can balance it all out, and you can deprioritize certain things, and you can have the self-control to say, well, all these things are important in a way. So I'm not saying people that don't have a lot of self-control either. I mean, I actually think like some great artists, musicians, and people that got like famous in certain ways probably really parts of their life were probably really out of like suffering, like compared to, I mean, maybe they weren't even washing their clothes, or they weren't spending their time on a lot of stuff because they weren't doing everything proportionately that they need to have, but they were doing everything, all the focus was on one thing, and which is fine. But in my life right now, I really like to try to spread it out and try to move the whole thing up at the same time, and have money, have food, be eating right, be healthy, but then balancing it out. And it took me a long time to learn this, because I mean, I used to just be like, my house is dirty, I gotta clean it, instead of cleaning a little bit every day or whatever. And I'm pretty efficient at how I live. I feel, with the energy that I use. So so my life is working out. And last week I'm happy about it, because it actually worked out, and it was up to my expectations. Well, so anyway, I just wanted to kind of mention that things might not happen overnight for you. If you're quitting something, you're quitting drinking, you're quitting taking kratom, you're quitting a drug or whatever, you might have to wait. It might take a couple of months before your brain starts. And I've quit more this year than I ever have. So I haven't been. 2 months ago, I wasn't like a huge alcoholic or whatever. I wasn't drinking 10 beers a day. I know everybody's got their kind of different problems and stuff, so they might be drinking 10 beers or 20 beers a day, and that would be a lot. These kind of videos I make would hopefully help them, and recognize that, because when I started making these videos, for the last 3 years, I've drank less and less and less. Even the last 20 years, I wouldn't even say that. I would say that I'm like definitely like could be an alcoholic, because of the tendencies I have toward alcohol. But I wouldn't say that I don't. When I was young, I used to get drunk every day for like even a year when I was like 22. But in the last 10 years, I've kind of minimized that, and I have had way more self-control and done the things I need to do without drinking, for sure. Drinking isn't something that ever in the last 10 years is, been a big problem for me, other than, wrecking my bike after not drinking for a long time, and now all this money that I owe. there's certain problems, but it's it's not something that keeps me from working or anything like that. So I mean, so my advice actually is when I make these videos is kind of directed toward people that don't really have, you know, a wide variety of people, um because I'm also remembering what it was like when I was young and I couldn't quit drinking and I didn't know how to. And nowadays when I start drinking, it's the same. I don't know when to quit. Even, you know, it might be a week after. If I drink beer tonight, I might be drinking for the next week a couple of beers a day. And then when I quit, I have to kind of go through this process again of telling myself how important it is to quit, and why I think it's important in my life. And so my I kind of like my lifestyle. I I think that there's other lifestyles out there in the world that are pretty awesome too that I kind of wish I was a part of. But anytime you're moving and you're changing your what you're doing in life, your lifestyle is gonna also be affected a lot, especially if you're drinking and having to, you know, I always would celebrate if I move or something like that. I'm like, all right, let's drink this whole time. It's almost a reason to drink, was me getting up and moving to a new house and a new location and a new job. And even though I mostly did it because of the jobs that I wanted, but at the same time, you know, the idea of drinking was a part of it. So I'm kind of saying, um, yeah, these videos are for whoever wants to just watch them and 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 check out whatever kind of. I'll try to put a topic on them to explain a little bit about what they're like. But if you're trying to quit, it will take time for you to like adapt to a lifestyle and have your mind get on track. If you have the problems of somebody that where alcohol kind of starts to consume their ideas every day of how they want to spend their time and the things they want to spend their time on. And these videos really help me. If anybody is out there drinking and you make videos, start making videos on YouTube. People say things to me on my channel and they're like, on my videos, comment on them, and it helps me think about things better. And I'm not going through my day like depressed and thinking about quitting all the time. Usually when I think about quitting, I make a video, and I kind of am trying to really explain my idea of quitting, um, put it into words on a video, and it really helps me out. It's probably, if you have any goal, really, like any goal, you want a job or you want to go to school or you want to go travel, you might, if you put it on video and you say it, there's something about recording it under YouTube that helps out a lot. I should just make a video about that, because then I could like categorize it. I'm getting more interested in making these videos because I'm getting a little bit more views, and maybe maybe it's something more that I want to be interested in someday. Well, anyway, good luck out there, and keep quitting. Bye.